Hey, what's going on, Tom? Wanted to walk through some of your online things. I like to make these videos since, this is my world, not your world, and it helps kind of explain what are some of the things that we would want to look for and try to optimize to make your internet presence more effective. And by the way, thanks again for coming to my presentation. But really quickly, I mean, looking at your website, it doesn't have a ton of major issues, but there's a few things that are kind of concerning, especially your audience if it's older individuals. One, this top thing seems to be broken. Not a huge deal, but it's kind of annoying. One thing to think about with any website is this area above the fold is what it's called on your homepage. It's probably the most popular part of your website, and I really want to engage somebody here. So we don't want anything that kind of pushes stuff below the fold, so like this big gap up here, and then we want to make it really actionable. The biggest concern that I have is, this video is a little busy, and we want to slow that down. It's too distracting, but there's no real way for me to engage with your business, right? Do you want me to schedule a free consultation? Do you want me to call you guys? Like, how do you operate? Do you want me to submit some kind of um, you know, personal audit on my wealth status. Like, really, how do I engage in your business? That's really really important. I don't even have a phone number. I can just log in. So really, one thing I would do, I would slow down this video. I would make it very clear here how you engage with us, and be very very direct about that. Otherwise, everything's pretty basic. It's a traditional, good, simple business website. I love that you're making all this content. One thing that's really odd and kind of annoying is any link on your website that's out takes me to this thing. So it just feels shady, and you never want to do that. And then again, when I kind of bounce around your page, there's this thing which has got this icon that looks like everything that's like shady on the internet, but I can't actually engage with it without dealing with this disclaimer and all these pop-ups. So let's get rid of all that crap. Let's make it really really direct, and then let's make this engagement kind of piece a lot more prevalent. Um, so I would kind of suggest, you don't need a website redo, but I think it would be what I call like a conversion rate optimization. Like, really make it, um, fix the little issues, get rid of all those pop-ups and disclaimers, and let's make it actionable so people can actually engage with our business. I do understand that you may have some regulations because of your industry, so that might have something to do with these pop-ups, but you can let me know about that. Outside of your main website, the main issues is your SEO and your copy. Right, we're never really getting very direct about what we do. Wealth management is definitely a good one, but what's beginning to happen is when I look at kind of your metadata and all that content, and when I do searches online, everything is just pulling directly. So all your pages look like this: Frost and Frost Wealth Management home. Wait, that's not a good example. Here, I did a search that shows me everything that's on your website. So account access, Frost and Frost, home, team, blog, about, events. We definitely want that to describe that page, but we want to say more than just events and then your brand. It's really hammer down who we are, what we do, and where we do it. And to us, if that's wealth management and financial advice in the villages, or if it's not just the village, we at least want to be very direct. Frost and Frost, wealth management and financial planning services. And then your meta descriptions for all these pages is actually not done. So it's just basically pulling random stuff from your website. There's no keywords. It just kind of keeps going on. So Google's not properly reading your website. And as a result, in a place where it's not too competitive, most of your web searches look like this. Here's wealth management in the villages. We have an ad from Financial Engines. Fortunately, the map result shows you number one, but then we're falling behind these Siebert wealth guys. I mean, you're not doing bad by any means. Second spot is really good, but just looking at these guys, they're also not set up properly. There's no reason why we shouldn't be number one. And if we wanted to kind of really pay for these ads, it would be really, really easy as well. So that's wealth management in the villages. Here we have wealth management in their villages. Fidelity is investing in some ads. Then again, Siebert, and then you guys. If I was looking for something like wealth management in the villages, I'm very likely to click whichever one says wealth management in the villages, and none of those actually do that. So that's the problem there. Well, this is fine. Financial planning, another really, really good keyword, planning in the villages. It's all just the yellow pages, Fidelity, random blog post, AngelList, BBB, and there you are right here in the last spot on the first page. So on the first page, which is good, but man, we could dominate these results, which are really busy. You can kind of, so that's kind of the SEO world. One thing I did here, I was kind of doing some research on what are the terms in the villages in Lake Central County that are popular, that are relevant to you guys, such as 401k, retirement calculator, retirement, financial advisor, Roth IRA, online financial advisor, all this stuff, financial planning association, individual financial advisor, trying to figure out what our market in that area searches for and how competitive it is. Because we could easily allocate, $500 a month or even less, $200 a month, and try to capture whatever here we think is very, very relevant to us. This one seems like it's really good. Individual financial advisor. Um, we could go all the way down, retirement financial advisor. We could go and be very direct as well with keywords like wealth management if we wanted to see what that looks like in terms of search volume. So here we go, wealth management services, financial planning, retirement planning. So it's really, there's not a lot of search volume, which means at a very low cost, we could really show up for almost all of that search. And ultimately, if we spend a little bit on some Google ads and we optimize your Google data, we should be ranking for a lot more. You are creating content, so you're getting this kind of peak here where we're growing for the keywords we show for, but that's all catching the long tail. So if we get rid of anything in the 50s and the 100s and keywords that we rank for, in the top 3 and the top 10, which are the only ones that actually get clicked on, we're not growing as fast as we should be, especially if we get rid of the 11 to 20. We rank for 4, 5, 5, 6, and all the ones you rank for in terms of spot 1 through 10 are brand. Not a bad thing. Backwards. We don't, the brand is good, but we also want to rank for relevant things so we can acquire new customers, not just people searching for Frost and Frost. You can see here we rank for number 1 for your name, Frost and Frost, 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 What's International, so random things. We do want to try to rank heavy for things like wealth management, financial planning, retirement advice. So hopefully that adds a little bit of value. If I was going to summarize it, we would want to fix your website just a little bit, really make it more actionable and direct, fix all your SEO data, and if you're interested in really kind of capturing all of the search volume, allocating some kind of small few $100s a month to very, very targeted keywords and probably a little bit of remarketing on Facebook to stay on top of those people that we know are in that shopping cycle. Hope that helps, and absorb all that information I just sent you, and maybe we can get together and grab a coffee or lunch when I'm in the villages. Talk to you soon, buddy.